turns out I'm a human, and for that reason, I really enjoy making things complicated. It's really the ultimate hobby. For hours, I will sit down and read, take notes, consistently in search of a topic that will just confuse me. And that's really what I'm addicted to. I'm addicted to climbing the mountain. And much like an actual climber, I started small. So I started with a local hill, you could say. I started reading stuff that was super simple, but then seemed like what quantum physics seems like to me now. But I went on climbing bigger and bigger mountains of thought. And as you hear this, I want you to realize that the journey is beautiful. Learning is growth made visible. And growth, by the way, means many different things. What's always present in growth, though, is challenges. And I think that's what people who are overly intellectual really seek. It's just a challenge.
Taught myself through you. You didn't heal me, but I healed from the things that you do. We didn't want each other, baby. We wanted something so much more.
But the growth that I'm talking about only occurs as the challenge gets bigger. And if you notice, at the beginning of this, I used the word hobby. Now, a hobby is something that you do for fun, nothing more. Knowledge, and rather the search for it, they get really dangerous when you don't make this distinction. I've really noticed myself swim around in contemplation, inert, more or less, more than I'd like to. You'd think that learning would make you a better person. Sometimes learning too much can cripple you. The Buddhists talk about the way, it's enlightenment, and really it's just betterment. But they speak of it as something everyone already has. It's something that we don't need to learn, but rather we need to unlearn so much of what we already do. For example, I think the Buddhists today would marvel at how angry we get and how easily we get angry. But that's just kind of the human propulsion lately. And we're so advanced technologically, we have AI, we can get on Mars, but still if someone cuts us off in traffic, we get pissed off. So internally, mentally, we are regressing. We're turning into babies. We can't even handle these subtle things. And at the same time, we're learning how to inhabit Mars, for example. Technology requires great complexity, but happiness does not. And where the problem comes up is we try to apply that complexity because of our love for technology, our love for knowledge. We try to apply that to our inner habitat. It just doesn't work. And I'm one of them. I suffer from that. Anytime a problem arises, I see it as another one of these mountains to climb, forgetting that climbing is not the solution, but it's just a hobby.
Taught myself through you. You didn't heal me, but I healed from the things that you do. We didn't want each other, baby. We wanted something so much more.
And I think the good news is that the solution is painstakingly obvious. In fact, I really think there's tons of short sayings that are a few words that could solve all of these problems. So I would just choose a good one and then repeat it when you need it, especially when problems come up. So I'll give you one that I've been using a lot lately, which is, who decided that this is a problem? And I really like that one because most of what we experience, we've just decided societally that it is a problem. Flowers are beautiful and weeds are annoying, right? But who decided that that was the way it's gonna be? They're both plants, right? There was someone some time ago who just decided flowers are gonna be pretty, weeds are gonna be ugly and annoying, and that's the way it's gonna be. And when you start questioning those things, that's the same kind of answer that comes up every single time. You ask yourself, why am I mad right now? Well, I just decided I was going to be mad. The only difference between something good or bad is just the decision to see it that way. So even if someone yells at you and they get really mad at you and you tense up, you can even ask yourself, who decided that what I'm feeling, this tension right now, has to be good or has to be bad, and rather just see any emotion as a part of this roller coaster that we're all on. So let complexity be a hobby. I think learning these topics is really fun. Quantum physics, for example, it's a hobby, not a real solution. All the real solutions we already have, and it's so simple. So amidst all this complexity, I am making a conscious effort to revert back to simplicity with these real problems and just have fun learning stuff.
You didn't heal me, but I healed from the things that you do. We didn't want